Hello everyone, welcome into my craft space. Today I'm making these really easy ornaments with some little wooden pieces that I've gotten from the Dollar Tree. I am using this satin Mod Podge, one of my favorites. I am a Plaid Ambassador and I love to decoupage. So I've got a napkin that I have already separated the plies from, so it's down to a single ply. I'm putting my Mod Podge all over this wooden piece. Cute little tree. And then I'm going to take my napkin, find a spot that I think looks great for the shape that I've got here, and press it down. Now you can use parchment paper and iron over this if you really want it straight, but I kind of like the rough, wrinkly look on here. I think it just kind of adds to the look and feel that I'm going for. Then what I do here is I just simply pull down the napkin very carefully around the shape. And try to hold it in place on the places it's trying to tear. You can use scissors and cut around this. You can, I use a nail file to kind of clean it up after a little while here. This is just to get the excess napkin off. Some people do use a lighter. I've seen that happen, but if you do that, be very, very careful. I don't tend to do that because I mostly paper craft, so I don't even have a lighter in my craft space. So many fun ways to do the same thing. Now see, that kind of pulled off that little Christmas tree and I wanted to keep it there, so just kind of keep pressing around. And there we have it. Then I'm going to go ahead and take my Mod Podge and paint right over the napkin just to hold it in place. And to kind of smooth it down again in the places that it's wrinkled. I do put this Mod Podge on a little thick because I want it to have a nice coating here. And I don't worry so much about where that hole is. I'm going to use a little tool and poke that out. Okay. I like to use my stylus to poke out the hole, but you can use whatever you have, a pokey tool, a thumbtack, a pencil, pen, whatever. It does get a little sticky though, so make sure you have something to wipe it off with. The next thing I like to do is use my stickles. This is the gold Stickles by Ranger, and I just put that right on top here. And I put kind of a heavy coat. Now it doesn't smooth out real well while the Mod Podge is wet, just in the container alone. So what I usually do is I put this on here, kind of in a thick, like blobs. Doesn't look so great at first, but then I take my paintbrush that I was just painting the Mod Podge on with and spread it around. So I'll go ahead and wipe this brush off. Spread this around. Might work better if you wait until this Mod Podge dries to put this on. Might be a little better, but I'm a little impatient and want everything to dry all at the same time, if that makes sense. Then I'll use my stylus once this is dry again and poke that hole out so I still have a little place to put a hanger. All right, you can use any color that you like too. You could use a clear, like diamond glittery stickles. You don't have to use stickles. You could paint this with acrylic paint. You could color it in with ink. Anything that you would like for your Christmas tree top or star there. You can also kind of press that hole in with your paintbrush. That kind of helps too. All right, then once this dries, I went ahead and just used some thread and made a cute little hanger at the top here. Tied a knot, put it through. And the last thing I'm gonna do, oh, I did take the leftover stickles that was on my brush from doing this and just kind of dot it around on the tree. My napkin does have some little gold flecks. You could do some splattering if you wanted to. You could color in the other gold stars once this dries. You could also use your stickles and outline the whole thing with some glitter if you wanted to add that much sparkle. Okay, once it's dry, it looks like this, and I really love the look of it. I'm going to take my brush and my distress ink. I have the Rustic Wilderness Distress Oxide ink and a little brush. Get some ink up in there, and then I'm just going to go ahead and ink the sides here. Now I have taken just a regular old nail file somewhere. Where did I put it? There we go. And I went around the edges just to file off any excess napkin. You can see a little piece there. So you can use a piece of sandpaper, or you can use your scissors and just kind of cut and scrape it off. Either way works as well. So once you've done that, then like I said, I'm going to ink the edges here just for some added color and contrast. You can use any color that you have. You could use some gold gilding wax. That would be very nice. Ooh, I think that glitter is still a little wet. You can use a heat tool if you have one, kind of speed up the drying process. I usually like to let mine naturally dry, but today I am being a little impatient. Just gonna go ahead and blend this in a little bit. You could color the whole thing with the ink if you wanted to, just give it a little extra feel. I'm just kind of blending it in. And then on the back is still the wood finish. You could add your napkin to the back if you want. I'm just going to go ahead and color it in with the ink. Here you could also use some acrylic paint and just paint it. I really like the wood grain feel of the material and the ink, how it works together here. So kind of gives a nice texture. And just decorating the back just gives it kind of a nice finish, makes it feel like it's complete, especially if it's going to hang on a Christmas tree or a package. People might notice the back. You could also, this is thin enough that you could also put this in a junk journal, put it on the cover. You could attach it to a page with a brad instead of using the string. You could use it as a tag in any of your pockets. Very cute and simple. All right, and just like that, we are done. There we go. Cute little Christmas tree or page decoration in just a few moments. The hardest part about this whole project is letting it dry. I like to pair mine with a little gift tag that says Merry Christmas on the back. This I also decoupaged, and I think it'll pair nicely as I'm giving it as a gift. So thanks so much for joining me. I hope you will try this out and make some of your own ornaments and get into the holiday spirit here, and maybe even use these on some presents or packages to kind of jazz them up a bit. See you guys in the next video.